Let's not be right, let's be real. Say what you feel, what you feel. I don't need perfect, just truth. Right here in front of me, you. Let's not be right, let's be real. Leave all that pride at the wheel. If it hurts, let it spill. Let's not be right, let's be real, real. You pull up late, sun on your face, sand on your feet from some other place. You say I'm fine, I say you ain't. Who you tryna say with that coat of paint?
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Real Not Right. It's Jenn, the godmother.
It's Cortni J.
And Kyla Thomas.
Settled in for another episode.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Let's Be Real Not Right. I'm Cortni J.
I'm Jenn, the godmother.
And I'm Kyla Thomas.
We're gonna go ahead and hop into our show, but first, the outfits, honey. Y'all are outfitting per usual.
You did that.
Girl.
Y'all didn't send me the memo.
We gonna be real. We told Kyla the colors and everything.
We gave Kyla the memo a couple times last night.
Do I need to bring my phone out and get the text message?
It did.
So funny, but it's okay. We all look good. We all here. And I'm very excited for today's episode.
Me too.
Because today we are talking about readjusting your crown. And what that means, at least for me, we're queens, right? And how must you conduct yourself when you're wearing a crown? You have to have your posture about you. You have to make sure your chin is upright when you're walking around for that balance. Sometimes in relationships, platonic, romantic, business relationships, we're kind of knocked off our posture. We're kind of knocked off balance and kind of like, whoa, it's kind of a lot. So sometimes we need to readjust. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about our experiences on readjusting our crowns from friendships, business, relationships that may have gone the wrong way, etc. So on that note, my sis, she got a story, guys.
Y'all know I have a story.
Always.
And I will be honest with y'all and tell y'all that I don't like to run, but there are times that I need to run to get my mind right. Yesterday was that time.
You better run in.
I had to get a run in because I wanted to make sure that when I told this story that it was more of a help than me bleeding, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure that I was. So talk about readjusting your crown and how your mama say, fix your face.
Fix your face. Period. Like I tell my kids, sit up.
Fix your face. So this is going to be, well, y'all want me to start with business or personal?
Let's start with business because I think sometimes we can always go personal because that's what we're used to. But business, sometimes that's an outlier. So
because a lot of people don't like to talk about, well, I would say in our community, we don't like to talk about when businesses go bad because we always want people to think like, oh, it all went fine, whatever. But okay, here's the story. I decided to go to Miami for a conference. I talked to a lady that was hosting it. She was like, hey, you could come and be a sponsor for the VIP area. That's right up my alley. Why? Because I will pay for an experience.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, y'all know this. I'm not going to too many places if I don't have a seat. So if that means I gotta get a section to sit down, I'm at the age where I need to have my space and I need to have a seat. That's why I don't have on my heels during this episode. I need to be able to.
We need to be a little comfortable.
I need to be comfortable, right? So I said, that's right up my alley. Yeah, I'm gonna get some champagne. I'm gonna get some smell goods. I'm gonna get some neck warmers.
Okay, VIP.
I got the hand towel, the hand towels to wipe your hands. I got the bottle covers to make sure your hands don't get wet when you're drinking water. Did all that, right? Got there, late start, but I'm willing to be forgiving because the first night I was not hosting the lounge. So I was like, hey, we all, just trying to get our stuff right. The second day, which is, the first day of the conference, we get a late start.
Again.
Okay. More than an hour.
Oh.
So when it's showtime for me as a getting older type of woman, protecting my peace. And as I said last time, at that stroke age, I like to be on time to calm my nerves.
cannot, Vicky. Your mama gonna get you.
This is a truth, and for anybody that has had a stroke, this is not a joke. I know people my age that have had strokes,
Yeah, that's real.
and if I go out, it ain't
Yeah.
gonna be on no stroke. Not if I can help it.
Lord, please.
Lord, please. So we got late start. So I can admit that I was like, yo, and in addition to, I'm looking at the door and the room is 95% filled with speakers and panelists. So I'm like, I go to the host, I say, hey, there's a speaker and panelist that's very well known.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to know, how many people are we expecting? And she was like, oh, well, all you need to worry about is that there's 18 people to be expected in VIP. At this time, the show should have started, right?
Okay.
And it's late. There were not 18 people in VIP. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to stress her out. This is her event, so I'm sure she's super stressed.
Yeah.
So I look at the VIP. I got maybe 5 people max. And I have made my order from Costco. I have flown in all this stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, maybe this is going to be like a practice run for me.
There you go.
So just chill. Like,
Okay.
maybe this is to prepare you for your next situation. Cool. Still hosting now we down about 3 to 4 people in VIP, right? So I'm like, all right. Still haven't started. Almost 2 hours late, the event starts.
So was there any announcement on why? there
No
was a delay?
apology, no announcement. No, I'm sorry. Just okay, we're going to get started.
That's some for real CP time.
Yeah. So at this time, I am, just I think I'm more bothered by the fact that there's no apology, there's no acknowledgement, because I am a respecter of time.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna be late, you're gonna get a call from me saying, hey, even if I tell you I'm only 5 minutes late, you get a call from me to say that, right? So no apology there. She just rolls on. And in the event, we were supposed to have lunch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch on that first day. No lunch. And so I kind of stepped to the side to talk to the impromptu project manager. She was like, yeah, they made the wrong delivery. They delivered just enough for one person.
What?
So keep in mind that I've been there since 8 a.m. Okay. With heels on. No, I take that back. The first day I wore some Kohan gym shoes. So no heels on, but I'm dressed up from the top to my shoes. So by this time I'm starting to get hangry because we go on into 3 p.m. No announcements, no apologies, just, they delivered the wrong thing.
So reorder.
Yeah. And then I have a question. How for you did this, like, tell me how you're feeling and like where are the rest of the people at? Like what is all that?
At this time I feel scammed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you had to know what the attendance was way before today.
Gotcha.
And we either should have canceled or there could have been a conversation. Y'all, let's all come together. Thought this was going to be a little bit bigger, but it's going to be a little bit more intimate.
Mm-hmm.
These are the new expectations.
Right.
I could have rolled with that, but to say nothing, because to me, when there's no apology, that means you should expect this again.
Yeah.
That means there's no remorse. That's my interpretation.
Yeah.
So
But wait, I don't think you felt really scammed yet.
Oh no, this I'm starting to feel slightly scammed.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
This is just like So this is lunch. No lunch. But I did have some snacks that I brought for the VIP. So at this point, I'm feeling bad and I'm opening up I brought croissants and fruit and candy and champagne and all that and juice and water. I'm giving that to people because now I'm feeling bad. Like, I know y'all hungry because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So we go on and I'm like, just fight through it. All right, Jen, you did eat breakfast because I had a protein bar myself and I did have snacks in my own lounge.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, you just make sure you eat dinner. So.
Oh, wait, because it was already understood that the lunch wasn't going to be reordered?
Yeah, she had already said privately, she didn't make an announcement, but she had already said, like, they delivered the wrong thing. And there's a caveat to that because that wasn't true.
Look, well, clearly, because they would re-deliver the right thing.
Exactly.
All right.
Right. So I'm like, all right, you just gonna have to make sure you eat really good for dinner because we were scheduled to have dinner on a yacht. And that was part of the VIP experience. That's what I negotiated. That's what I have on my invoice when I negotiated to be a sponsor.
Right.
She offered to pay me a flat fee and no VIP. I negotiated to have the flat fee lowered and to have also the VIP experience. The VIP experience was to include dinner on a yacht.
So I have a question. You had to pay VIP experience on top of being a sponsor?
Well, if I hadn't have negotiated, that would have been an extra charge.
Okay.
But I negotiated to not pay and to take a lower flat fee and cash, right?
Okay.
So, okay. So I'm like, all right, you got to eat good. Well, the event.
Little did she know.
Little did she know I can eat. So the event naturally ended later than expected.
Yeah.
So before the event ended, I'm asking her, hey, people are asking me, where is the yacht going to be? Oh, it's at so-and-so hotel. Oh, okay. Well, versus the name of that hotel, because that name is very popular in Miami. I'm not going to say the hotel because this is not their fault.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a name that's very popular in Miami. It's kind of like Peachtree in Atlanta. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's many. So I was like, versus saying that, let's give them the exact address.
Yeah.
So I looked on my phone. I said, is this the address? She said, yeah. She wasn't paying attention.
She wasn't paying attention.
But what else could I do?
Right.
So I started sending out the notes and texts to people that I was told was on the VIP. Cool. She's on stage making her closing remarks, and the husband comes up next to me. Her husband, the host husband, comes up next to me, and I'm already irritated, right? Because I'm like, in 3 hours, we have to be on a yacht, and we're just now getting this information. Her husband comes up next to me, and he's like, yeah, I just hope that, I just hope that you won't give her another chance, you know what I'm saying? Because I tried to tell her, like, don't do this like so last minute, like give yourself some more time. And he don't know, like, I'm a stickler for a man protecting his woman. Yeah. Even when she wrong. You should be the one. Now, who can cuss me out in the bedroom? Well, now you can't cuss me out.
I'm gonna say you and your own friend.
You can't cuss at least, but we can talk about it in the bedroom.
Right. He has some fellowship.
And so he's going on, and he's like, and he pops this question, and this is where all my antennas started going. He said, well, do you know if she still needs the yacht? And I said, huh?
What you?
And he said, because I got a contact here, and they said that they'll do the yacht for her.
Why is he talking about?
But man, she not answering me.
What?
And I said, she don't have the yacht confirmed? And he was like, no, man, she not answering me. I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, and furthermore, as a man, mine could never stand next to and talk to me about anybody. As her husband, if you seen her falling, you should have jumped in and helped her. Even if you feel like she got it, she always make it happen. How dare you stand back and judge what's unfolding? You should have jumped in and helped her. Yeah. And I walked away.
You told him that?
Oh, you know I did.
I know you did.
Because I said mine, and he said, who is mine? What's my name? And I said, Kenny. I said, Kenny would never.
Hello.
He would never watch me fall. He would never watch me fall like that. So in that, so
we go fast forward.
Fast forward,
Event
and
is done.
this is the end of my story, guys. We get to the yacht, and me and 3 other ladies are there. Like, we just made it on time, but I personally and some other ladies stopped and got something to eat because all my good sense said, get you something to eat because you don't need to be no more hungrier or angrier than what you already are.
The hanger is real.
Glad I did. So we get to the yacht. It's just us, me and the ladies that are with me.
The other 3.
Yeah, the other 3. So we don't see the host, and we missing some other people. Some other people said, hey, we went to the hotel that y'all said.
Oh, no.
I said, oh, the driver told us on the way here that the location changed.
Huh?
This is a miss.
the location changed. So we on the yacht, and so we like, just get on the yacht. It's beautiful in Miami. Get on the yacht. I don't drink, but the girls did, and just being in Miami, that's my jam. Like my goal is to have a vacation home there, but get on the yacht, and I asked the driver, I said, hey, the ladies would like to go ahead and start drinking and eating like we haven't ate.
Get this party started.
And so he said, oh, I got some personal wine, but we don't have any food, but I'll be happy to share my personal wine.
Personal wine.
Did this man know what he came for?
I said, you know what? I already ate. I don't drink, so whatever. And let's be clear, I don't drink because I'm on a health journey with losing weight and getting toned, not because I see something wrong with drinking.
All right.
So I walk upstairs so I can lay on the deck and just chill and just get the vibes, right?
Yeah, cute pictures were taken up there. So
15 minutes passed, 30 minutes passed, no host. 35 minutes, host is here, but she's standing outside the boat. And somebody says, hey, y'all, there's a chance that we're going to be getting off of this boat.
Mm-hmm.
So there was supposed to be a sponsor that was sponsoring the boat. And let me clear her name. She did sponsor the boat.
Okay.
She paid for the boat a month early. And to not go into too much details because this is under legal action. So I'm not going to say too much about certain things, but we had to get off the boat. We had to get off the yacht.
So embarrassing.
We had to get off the yacht. When we seen her getting off the yacht, she never said, I am so sorry. She's on the phone. She's like, oh my gosh, like the sponsor, her boyfriend. And I'm going to save this for your portion because at that time, I didn't look at a scammer as having a sickness. At that time, I'm looking at a scammer as a scammer.
Yeah.
No apologies. I'm like, yeah, let's just get away because at this point, I got one more day here. I need to maximize it, and I'm not letting anybody ruin the time that I have here. Right. So yeah, and the following day, the next day of the conference was, maybe 3 to 5 people who paid. The rest were speakers. It was nothing like it was presented. But I will talk about the red flags that I missed, some things that I need to own in our later episode and on my personal page when I give tips of how to prevent yourself from going through what I went through. Because there are some things that I could have done different. But to your point, how to bounce back from that. Like I told you, the first thing that I did, I always go into pit bull mode. Kenny tells me that I attack till I see blood. But before I saw blood, I went through the proper channels. And that's when I started to realize all the things that I missed because I uncovered and I was told a lot of things that I should have known before. A lot of lies that were told. There were certain things that she promised in that conference that legally she not even supposed to be talking about.
So it sounds like maybe you did a little bit of research on the front end, but it was more of that excitement of like, oh, new business, I'm ready to help people, and kind of like maybe that overshadowed the red flags that you saw?
I think that the biggest overshadow, and I might get some slack about this, is she was a Black woman talking about building wealth. Why wouldn't I, as a Black woman, want to build wealth with another Black woman?
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
And the biggest part for me to get over how I bounced back was the fact that she didn't apologize. Like, I have a huge problem with that, but I'm reading a book by Emma Gray that talks about how you stop yourself
with yourself
by expecting an apology. So how I bounced back was after I pulled myself out of pit bull mode. I went through the proper channels. I started to uncover things where I felt like I would, and I am getting my justice. And I'm not gonna lie, in my prayers, I went before God and I'm like, hey, I know you said this is yours, but I'm just checking to make sure.
Do you want me to get my own blinds? I know your blood covers us all.
Checking to make sure. And he said, I got you.
Amen.
I got you. And when I finally got that assurance that God got me, and I got it because He absolutely does. And it was no longer, because I still have not been paid. Still have, let's be clear about that. I have not been paid a dime.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that I use all of that happened to me to prepare and to help other people to not go through what I went through. And it's made me a better business person, because now for my mentees, I make sure that I tell them, hey, just because a brunch or lunch or a coach has these pretty pictures, pretty backdrops and all that, that does not qualify them. They have to have credentials. You need to be checking for mug shots. You need to be checking for revoked licenses.
Period.
You need to be checking for all those things, like
references.
You need to know, like, okay, well, if you had some past events, let me see how those went. But I had to move on. And yesterday I told y'all I was listening to my boy Lil Wayne.
The prophet.
That's a prophet, right?
Lil Wayne, baby.
You know what? And I was like, Jesus, I got to move on. And girl, Lil Wayne said this right here. They diminish, I replenish.
Period.
I said, let's go. I said, it's time to record now. Let's go.
Yes, baby. Lord Jesus.
So that's my business story, yeah.
Kyla.
Ooh, child.
What do you got to say about that? That's a lot, man.
Yeah, that's just a lot. You bounce back.
I did.
That's really, for me, the good part is to go through it, learn from it, look at yourself, reflect on what part or red flags you could have missed and how you would do things different, and then helping the next person.
Yeah.
So to me, like, not all losses are losses.
That is so
and my daddy saying sometimes, but he used some cuss words in this. He said, sometimes you got to pay for something to leave you alone. And if I had to pay what I paid in flight, hotels, and that $1,000 that she still owed me, if I had to pay that for somebody to leave me alone, then that's what I got to pay.
That's wild. And I hate the part too. And I know, because we always want to support our fellow, we want to support each other. But I was looking at something the other day, all skin folk and kinfolk. And that, it sucks to say that, but that's how it is.
No, and scamming is real. I mean, look, we got a song about it now. Like, it's glorified. People.
It's glorified. They're making TikToks on it. They doing videos in bikinis, cheesing about it.
Yeah, baby. And it's so crazy, because on a mental health tip, what was I going to say? People who, it's kind of like a sense of false self. People who I think about, the scammers particularly, they create this persona of themselves that they want to be. We all have this, and that's totally fine. But where the sickness part comes in, or the delusion, is where you do so much to portray yourself as such that the gap in between the person you want to be and the person who you really are keeps you from facing that reality.
That's right.
So people like Dr. Cheyenne Bryan, people like said scammer, and other scammers out there, they're presenting themselves. Stormy. They're presenting themselves as somebody who they want to be.
They're delusional.
Yeah. And the girl Anna Delvey, that's because notice, Anna did never apologize.
Who's Anna?
Anna Delvey, she was from Europe, and she kept saying that she was an heir of a millionaire, and she scammed like millionaires. Yes. Okay. And she was like in her early 20s, and she was scamming like older, really wealthy,
I remember this
not
story.
rich people, wealthy.
Yeah.
People,
okay.
Big bank. Stormy. She never apologized. Cheyenne Bryant. She made it clear that, and so there is something like they get delusional with the lies, and then we have a culture of fake it till you make it. However, fake it till you make it does not include lies. It does not include lies.
That's why I say faith it till you make it. Put some faith in the Lord. Put some faith in yourself. Don't fake it. Faith it. Faith it.
Yeah.
But that was a good conversation.
Kyla, anything you want to say about the relationship side?
Relationship side, yeah. I mean, I think we all go through it, right? We go through the highs, the lows. one thing my mama always said, and one how I get over like bad relationships is, and this is probably harsh, but she always said, one time you never know them. Like you
Yeah.
have to really remember that when people come in your life, sometimes it really is for a season. And
Yeah.
you were doing well before them, you can continue to do well after them. I mean, I've had probably my share of friendship breakups, but I don't really know if I would consider it's something about being a friend that I don't think it stops. I think if you're a friend, or you could have been a foe, like pretending to be a friend, but I think if you're a friend for life. I do think there's an aspect of people who want to be a friend and don't know how to be a friend, and they portray to be a friend the whole relationship. And when, different situations come at play, it really kind of separate friends from foes. So when I look at friendship breakups, I always ask, was this person really a friend? Like what you did. What were the red flags?
Oh wow.
Because for
That's
me, it's very hard. I know my friend, like friends, no matter what we've been through, you can always get through it. So for like that's where I sit now with friendship breakups. I really have a problem with even calling them friendship breakups at this point because I think that person was not truly a friend. I think the situation exposed who they really were. And that's really like kind of that's where I land. And it could be my own delusion of maybe a coping mechanism to get over it. I think I told y'all
or it could be you getting older, you protecting yourself from stroking out.
yeah.
Oh God. Be offense, Lord, in this broke.
Oh yeah. But no, so that's where I'm at. I have a lot of close friends, like my circle, my friends. I can't even imagine us not being friends. The folks who I have had the breakups from, who I thought were like family, that hurt like hell when I go back and look at it. What I really think is some people like to get close to you.
Yeah.
Because they think you're one way, they think you're another way or whatever. And when they get close to you and they see you're like people, something about just being normal, people don't like. People like someone of a higher stature. And so when you get close to people because you think they were this, you get close to them, you see they were that, they're regular just like you.
Yeah.
Sometimes that saying familiarity breeds contempt is so strong. Like people get familiar, they get too close to you, and then they disrespect you. And so to me, I feel like I'm separating people getting close to me versus like the circle I have. I don't really need any new friends.
Yeah, because you had to stop us. But
So that's kind of like how you adjust your crown then by taking that step back to look at, okay, were you even a real friend in the get-go? And that kind of helps you adjust and move forward. Is that correct? Okay.
So what about you?
For me, let me see. Well, I know when it comes to friendships, I've had friendship breakups, okay? Shoot, me and my mama done broke up before. Well, she broke up with me, but that's another story. But I believe in, because even with my best friend now, we've broken up a few times over the years. But like you said, we were real friends. We were able to come back and have the communication. I did have one friend where it's like, even though I was communicating with her, she couldn't be a friend. I don't think, like when you just said that,
she didn't have the capacity.
I don't think she knew how. Okay. Honestly, I think she was just kind of showing up as what she thought everybody else wanted her to be. And so unfortunately that kind of like took over, and it was just, again, red flags. You forgetting my birthday friend, best friend? You forgetting my kid's birthday, wedding anniversaries, all the things that I always remember for you. So for me, noticing that I was putting out more than what I was receiving in the friendship, where I understand in certain seasons you can't give fully of yourself in a friendship, and there, certain times it's going to be different. But for you to continuously showing up as continuously not showing up, let me say that was what it was for me. And when I noticed within myself the dysregulation with the friendship, like every time you text me, you call me, I'm getting anxious. I don't have anxiety like that. So that's when I knew, for me, it was like, okay, it's time to let go. I didn't have a conversation either. I don't know about y'all.
So ghoster to not ghost. She's a ghoster.
Not always, but with this situation, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
I'm a ghoster.
I know you go.
like you.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
for what,
because
so
and especially if you're not owning it, like why am I?
that part.
Especially if because I've known you, because I'm struggling with calling it a friendship breakup because I don't know what that initially was.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I don't know what it initially was, but but if you don't apologize, and I know that that your mentality is to say I'm taking it to the grave. Why am I gonna have that means one, you're gonna do it again because you don't have anything to apologize about. Two, you're not owning it. So this conversation is gonna be unproductive. So I'm gonna pack up and I'm just gonna own my stuff and I'll have to wrap this up on my own because I know you don't have the ability to. I've missed too many red flags, and now there are other people seeing it that are coming to tell me. And like my daddy say, everybody ain't lying.
Yeah, that part.
So
I would love to challenge that thought, but I'm gonna wait till the next episode because we need to wrap up.
All
Okay.
right.
So, do we got a question of the day? Question of the episode?
We do very quickly, guys. Okay, so the question is, here's the story. A person said that she was in a friendship or relationship and she decided to set boundaries or end it. So you guys are going to vote. Is it real or is it right?
Okay.
So she was in a friendship. It wasn't a sexual relationship. This is a friend, like a girlfriend, right?
Got you.
And so she decided to end the friendship for whatever reason. And I'm sorry, guys, I want to make sure that I get this right. So she's ending the friendship for whatever reason, and she wants to know, by her ending the friendship and setting her boundaries, was this real or was it right? She said, I set a boundary with someone I love because I felt misaligned and drained, but now I'm questioning if I moved on in love or ego. How do you check your heart after making a tough decision like that? So she set a boundary with somebody she loved because she felt drained and misaligned. So was that real or was that right?
Kyla?
Real.
I am trying to write. I agree. Real.
I said real too.
I say real because I know for me, I'm big on boundaries, and that's kind of how with the situation I was just explaining. If we're not aligned, then yeah, sometimes you have to let people go so that you can grow. It's kind of like that pruning season and whatnot. So I ain't gonna go too deep.
Yeah.
But you was real, baby.
Kyla.
Yeah, real. 100%. I think boundaries, just the awareness to have boundaries is real.
Yeah.
And I said real, and I say she moved in love, not ego. We have to stop thinking that because you're protecting your peace and because you're protecting yourself from stroking out, that is not ego.
Period.
It's not ego. That is self-love.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
that's the story, sis. I wish you the best in that, and I encourage you to keep setting those boundaries.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
telling you to live on the island alone, but please continue to set your boundaries. And that's all I got today, guys.
All right, y'all. That's a wrap up
That's
on episode 9. We love you so much. Take care, and until next time, let's be real.
Right.
Right.
All right, that's a wrap of this episode of Let's Be Real, Not Right.
Make sure you subscribe, share, and send in your questions.
We might feature you on the next episode. Stay real.